Hello my friends, good afternoon to you. And we are back in our reading of the Spirit's book. We are at the part of the affection of certain spirits for certain persons. We are at question 484. Do spirits affectionately prefer certain persons? Answer. Good spirits sympathize with moral individuals or those who are susceptible to improving themselves. Low-order spirits with wicked individuals or those who may become such. Hence, their affection is the result of a similarity of sentiment. Question 485. Is the affection of spirits for certain persons exclusively moral? Answer. True affection has nothing carnal about it, but when a spirit attaches itself to a particular person, it is not always out of affection. A remembrance of human passions can have a hand in it. Question 486. Do spirits take an interest in our misfortunes and prosperity? Are those who wish us well concerned about the afflictions we experience in life? Answer. Good spirits do all the good they can and they feel happy for your joys. They are concerned about your afflictions when you do not bear them with resignation, because then they produce no good results for you. You carry on like patients who reject the bitter medicine meant to heal them. Question 487. What kind of afflictions cause spirits to be concerned about us most? Physically caused afflictions or morally caused ones? Answer. Your selfishness and hard-heartedness. Everything else derives from these. They smile at all your imaginary ills born from pride and ambition, but they rejoice in those that will shorten the length of your trial. And for that answer, Kardec makes a small note saying, knowing that corporeal life is only transitory, and that the tribulations accompanying it are the means leading to a better state. Spirits are more concerned about the moral causes that keep us from that state than about physical ills, which are only temporary. Spirits care little about misfortunes that only affect our mundane ideas, as we care little about the puerile afflictions of childhood. Spirits who see in the afflictions of life a means for our advancement consider them as a momentary crisis that will restore us to health. They commiserate in our sufferings just as we commiserate in the sufferings of a friend, but seeing things from a more correct point of view, they regard them differently. While good spirits rebuild our courage for the sake of our future, others incite us to desperation and try to jeopardize us. Question 488. Do our relatives and friends who have preceded us into the other life have more sympathy for us than spirits who are strangers? Answer. Of course, and as spirits they frequently protect you according to their power. A question that comes from this answer. Are they sensitive to our affections for them? Answer. Very sensitive, but they forget those who forget them. New topic. Guardian angels, protector, familiar, and sympathetic spirits. Question 489. Are there spirits who link themselves to particular individuals in order to protect them? Answer. Yes. Spirit friends, what you call good spirits or guardian spirits. Question 490. What is a guardian angel? Answer. A protector spirit of a high power. Of a high order. Here I am making delusions. They are from a high order. Question 491. What is the mission of protector spirits? Answer. Their mission is that of parents toward their children, to guide their wards along the path of the good, to help them with their counsels, to console them in their afflictions, and to sustain their courage in the trials of earthly life. Question 492. Are protector spirits connected to particular individuals from birth? Answer. From birth to death. They frequently accompany them after death in the spirit life and even through numerous corporeal existences, because these existences are no more than very short phases in the life of a spirit. Question 493. Is the mission of a protector spirit voluntary or obligatory? Answer. The spirit is obliged to watch over you because it has accepted the task. However, it is allowed to choose beings who are attuned to it. For some, it is a pleasure. For others, a mission or a duty. Question that comes after this answer. In linking itself to an individual, does the spirit refrain from protecting other individuals? Answer. No, but it does so less exclusively. Question 494. Is the protector spirit indissolubly connected to the person who has been entrusted to its care? Answer. Certain spirits often leave their position to carry out different assignments, but in such cases they are replaced. Answer 495. Do protector spirits sometimes abandon their ward when the latter is heedless of their warnings? Sir. They withdraw when they see that their counsels are useless and that the ward's will is set on submitting to the influence of little evolved spirits. They do not abandon them entirely, however, and always try to make themselves heard. Their wards are the ones who shut their ears. Their protectors return as soon as they are called. If there is a doctrine that should convert the most incredulous by its charm and sweetness, it is that of guardian angels. Isn't it a very consoling idea to know that you always have at your side beings who are more evolved than you, who are always there to counsel, sustain, and aid you in scaling the rugged mountain of the good, who are more reliable and devoted friends than the most intimate connections that may be contracted on earth. These beings are there at God's orders. It was God who has placed them at your side. They are there out of love for God, and they fulfill a beautiful but laborious mission alongside you. Whenever you may be, your angel will be there with you in prison, in the hospital, in dens of iniquity, in solitude. Nothing separates you from that friend whom you cannot see, but from whom your soul nonetheless receives the gentlest impulses and hears the wisest counsels. Why can't you understand this truth more fully? How many times it would help you in moments of crisis. How many times it would save you from evil spirits. But on the great day of accounting, this angel of the good might have to say to you, didn't I offer you advice? Yet you did not follow it. Didn't I show you the abyss? Yet you fell into it. Didn't I make the voice of truth resound in your conscience? Yet you followed the counsels of a lie instead. Question your guardian angels. Establish between yourselves and then establish between yourselves and them that intimate tenderness that reigns between best friends. Do not think of hiding anything from them, for they are the eyes of God, and you cannot deceive them. Consider the future. Seek to progress in this life, and your trials will be shorter and your lives happier. Come, take heart. Once and for all, avoid prejudices and ulterior motives. Enter upon the new pathway now opening before you. Forward, forward. You have guides. Follow them. Your goal cannot fail, for the goal is God. Those who think it impossible that truly high-order spirits could devote themselves to such a laborious task, and at all instants we will say that we can indeed influence your souls, even though millions of miles may separate us. Space does not exist to us, and even while living on another world, our spirits retain a connection with you. We enjoy faculties that you cannot comprehend. However, you can be certain that God has not imposed a task on us that is above our strength, or that God has abandoned you alone on the earth without friends or support. All guardian angels have their ones, whom they watch over as parents watch over their children. Feel happy when they see them on the path of the good, but mourn when their counsels are despised. Do not fear tiring us with your questions. Rather, remain in contact with us always. You will thus be stronger and happier. These communications between each individual and his or her familiar spirit are what make all individuals mediums. Mediums ignored today, but who will show themselves later, spreading out like an ocean without shores to sweep away disbelief and ignorance. People of learning teach, people of talent educate your brothers and sisters. Without knowing it, the work you accomplish is Christ's work, which God has imposed on you. Why has God granted you intelligence and knowledge if not to share them with your brothers and sisters to enable them to progress on the path of joy and eternal blessedness? St. Louis and St. Augustine. While the doctrine of guardian angels watching over the ones in spite of the distance separating the worlds has nothing surprising about it. On the contrary, it is grand and sublime. On the earth, do we not often see a father, albeit far away, watch over his child and aid him or her with his wise counsels through correspondence? Why should we wonder that there are spirits who, from one world to the other, are able to guide those whom they have taken under their protection, since to them the distance separating the two worlds is less than that separating the continents on the earth? Do they not have the universal fluid that connects all worlds, uniting them in solidarity with one another, an immense vehicle for the transmission of thought, as the air is for us the vehicle for the transmission of sound? Question 496. Can spirits who abandon their wards and no longer do them good, do them evil instead? Answer. Good spirits never do evil. They leave that to those who take their place. And then you blame faith for the misfortunes that overwhelm you, whereas you yourselves are actually to blame. Question 497. Oh my God. Can protector spirits leave their wards at the mercy of spirits who might harm them? Answer. There is unit among evil spirits for neutralizing the action of the good ones, but if wards should If wards would so desire, they could restore the link to their good spirit. The good spirit may find a more willing person somewhere else to help in the meantime while waiting its ward to return. Question 498. When protector spirits allow their wards to be led astray in life, is it because they are powerless to confront malevolent spirits? Answer. It is not because they are powerless, but because they do not want to. Their wards emerge from their trials more evolved and more learned. Their protector spirits assist them with their counsels through the good thoughts they suggest, but which, unfortunately, are not always heeded. It is nothing but human weakness, carelessness, or pride that grants power to evil spirits. Their power over you comes solely from the fact that you do not offer them any resistance. Question 499. Are protector spirits with their wards all the time? Aren't there circumstances where they may lose sight of them without abandoning them? Answer. There are circumstances in which the presence of the protector spirits next to its ward is not necessary. Question 500. Does a time come in which a spirit no longer needs its guardian angel? Answer. Yes, when it reaches the level at which it can guide itself, just as the time comes in which the student no longer needs the master. But this does not happen on the earth. Question 501. Why is the action of spirits in our lives so secretive? When they are protecting us, why don't they do so openly? Answer. If you counted on their support all the time, you would not act by yourselves and your spirit would not progress. In order for it to advance, it needs experience and it must be acquired at its own expense. It must exert its own volition. Otherwise, it would be like an infant who is not allowed to walk by itself. The action of the spirits who wish you well always occurs in such a way so as not to hamper your free will. For if you did not have any responsibility, you would not progress on the path that must lead you toward God. Since they do not see who is helping them, humans rely on their own efforts. Their guides watch over them nevertheless, and from time to time warn them of danger. Question 502. Do the protector spirits who succeed in leading their ward along the path of the good experience any good for themselves? Answer. It is a merit that will be taken into account, whether for their advancement or their happiness. They feel happy when they see their efforts crowned with success. It is a triumph for them, as when a mentor exults at the success of his or her disciple. And as a question that comes after this answer, are they responsible if their efforts are unsuccessful? Answer, no, because they have done all they could. Question 503. Don't protector spirits suffer when they see their wards following an immoral path in spite of their warning? And isn't it a cause of distress for them? Answer. They suffer from their ward's misdeeds and they pity them, but this affliction has none of the anguish of earthly parenthood, because they know that there is a remedy for the evil and that what is not done today will be done tomorrow. Question 504. Could we ever know the name of our protector spirit or guardian angel? Answer. Why do you want to know names that do not exist for you? Do you believe there are only spirits with whom you are familiar? Question after this answer. But how can we invoke it if we do not know its name? Answer. Give it a name, you please. That of a high order spirit for whom you have sympathy or veneration. Your protector will answer to that name. For all good spirits are kin and mutually assist each other. Gosh. So there's not actually a name. Question 505. Are protector spirits who employ well-known names always those of the actual individuals who had those names? Answer. No, but they are spirits who are sympathetic to them and who often come at their orders. You require a name, therefore they employ one that will inspire your trust. When you cannot personally carry out a mission, you send someone whom you trust and who acts in your name. Wow, guys. We stay for here today, and I hope you guys have liked this reading as much as I do. I'll see you guys next time. God bless you all. Big kiss. Bye-bye.